Hey, good morning. Years ago, I used to work with a guy called Dennis Haley. Dennis Haley is the guy Terry, my mate, yeah. And Dennis Haley used to work at the airport, smashing up planes. And my job as just a labourer was taking all the chairs out and bits and pieces out of the plane. Then they smash it all up, yeah. And they're also working out up there with me was a guy called Snowy, but there's a lot of other people, but Snowy, yeah, big guy, I like Snowy, mate, big, powerful guy, Coldstream guard in a boxing team, good fighter, mate, and just upright, powerful guy, very smart when he goes out, and he could have a right fight, mate. He could really have a fight. And every time that you finish work, 5, 6 o'clock, straight down to the have everybody in there get paralytic drunk, all demolition workers, yeah, not paralytic but drunk, yeah, have a good drink up, 10 pints, 15 pints, these people can drink, mate. I never should stay there, or maybe have orange juice or something and go home. But this lot used to stay there, and also Snowy would stay there, and another guy called Neville, One Eye Neville, yeah. And Neville was a bit of a pain in the butt, yeah. He was a bit of a gangster, Neville. He thought he was. Some guys set about him, took one of his eyes out, and then tried to take the other one out. So his face is all scarred up. Him and Snowy didn't get on. Well, Snowy was an handful. He's a bit of a pain in the arse, Snowy, but a likeable guy. But he didn't get on don't want to get on the wrong side of him. And Neville, everybody was wary of Neville because Neville was one of the guys that if he had an argument with you, he'd come up and stab you in the back, something like that, yeah. So there was rumours about him, they was going to take him away and just kill his geezer, mate, because he drove people mad. Not kill him out and actually kill him, but, Anyway, Snowy, Dennis, Haley, and a few others gone out for a good drink up, and in the pub there was with Neville. Neville was there too, and they've had a right good drink up and decided to go to the Anchor. But before they decided to go to the Anchor, there's a few people in this pub getting a bit leery, taking the mickey out of One Eye Neville, really. So Neville now has picked up some bottles and chucking them at these guys. There's a big punch up in the pub. He gets involved, Snowy. He starts steaming to this guy. He knocks a couple of guys out, and there's a big fight. One-eyed Neville decides, I ain't having this. He's gone short. He gets in his car. He goes. He's driving his own car. As all the others have finished the fight, they decide to get out of the pub, get in the van, go down the pub, the Anchor. Go down the pub, walk in there, order the drinks up, all the demolition workers. Snowy's pissed off, and all of a sudden, who comes out of the toilet? One Eye Neville. Snowy's going mad at One Eye Neville. Why'd you go? Why'd you leave us in the pub? You're this, you're that, you're the other, yeah? Neville shouting at Snowy, calling him all sorts of names. Snowy said, you want to behave yourself, mate? He said, you're going to get it from me. Behave yourself, yeah? So Neville walks up the other side of the bar and starts shouting at Snowy that he's this, he's that, he's the other. But the other side of the bar is 3 steps to get up to it, yeah? So Neville's standing up, having a go at Snowy, shouting this and shouting that. And Snowy said, listen, I've told you, shut your mouth, yeah? So Neville's gone, yeah, you don't fight me. But what's Neville's done, he's got a pint mug, he's smashed it under the bar, and he's got it in his hand, pint mug. And as Snowy's come out, he said, come on in. As Snowy's come out to around him, Snowy's now level with him not level, but not face to face, because he's walked up the stairs. As he walks up the stairs, Neville cuts him with this mug, but he cuts him over the top of the head, and he opens his head up like a letterbox, yeah? As Snowy's sort of shaking his head like that, Neville then picks up his soda siphon. It's Snowy across the face with the soda siphon. Don't smash, but it knocks Snowy over. As Snowy gets up, Neville now is shitting himself, hits him with an ashtray, glass ashtray, and it smashes and it does all Snowy on his head. Now Snowy, his face is pouring with blood from the cut, from his head, everything. He looks at one-eyed Neville, and everyone's there, you know. He looks at one-eyed Neville and says, "Now it's my turn." He picks up this bar stool. He steams it to Neville. He smashes Neville to pieces, does all his legs, arms, all around the head. He ain't care. He didn't care if he killed him. It's one of them things. Yeah, everybody's trying to stop Snowy, but it's to stop Snowy, he's like a lunatic. Yeah, so everybody's jumping on Snowy now. Neville is knocked Spark out. His head looks like a tomato, blood everywhere. And then Snowy gets a pint of beer. He puts it up to his feet, starts drinking it. As he's drinking it, he's filling back up with blood for his face, but it's the top of the head that is cut with a glass, openly right up, mate, and the blood's pouring down. Also, when he got hit with the ashtray, yeah, and the soda siphon, his face is just like a real bad mess, and he's filling up the pint mug full of blood. He's just filling it up as he's drinking it. He then decides to go to the toilet. Everybody's saying, call an ambulance, call an ambulance. Snowy's going, no, fuck that, you know. I'll go to the hospital, I don't need an ambulance. As he walks into the toilet and sees the state of his face in the mirror, he collapses, mate. Not Sparko, you know. It might be a late thing, you know what I mean, that it all kicks in. Just spark out. Called an ambulance. Ambulance comes, picks up Snowy. Ambulance comes and picks up one-eyed Neville. Police are called. Great big thing about it. They can't really nick no one. There's no one to give any evidence. There's no cameras in the pubs in them days. You're on about the 70s. So it's about 73, 74 just before I go away and do my bit of Berger. There's absolutely murders, yeah. So Snowy is in hospital getting stitched up. He had 300 stitches. 300 stitches in his head and in his face and in everything, yeah. Neville was in a critical way. It looked like he was going to pass away, mate, you know what I mean? But he survived. And about 4 or 5 months later, they're working in this big office block. But in this office block, they've got lifts, big lifts, yeah. And what they do, all these demolition people, the first things they take out is the lift shafts. You know, the lifts, actually the actual lifts, and just leave the shafts in, yeah. So there's 3 shafts in this block. So what they do, as they're taking out all this shit, all the windows and all the metal stuff, they throw all the window stuff, all the bricks and stuff down one shaft and bit other stuff, but the metal goes in another shaft, and you know that's what they do. Later on, they go down and drag it all out, burn it, and put the other stuff in the lorry, all the metal, yeah. So anyway, they're doing this. Snowy's there, even Neville's there, yeah. But Neville's just got a labourer's job. Snowy's job is, you know, he's picking up bits of iron with a machine up there. They put a machine up there. He's taking stuff up. Anyway, so Neville and Snowy are still loggerheads, but there's no big fights. They're shouting at each other. They both got bashed up. They both got really, really hurt. So there's a little bit of respect there as such, you know. Snowy, you can see Snowy's not really pissed off of it, you know. And so they all decide to go to the Anchor and have a drink up, yeah. And next day, they're in the pub, having a drink up again, and go to work. Dennis wasn't there this time. They go to work. They shouldn't be going to the pub. Go to work. They all go upstairs, and when it's time to go home, they can't find Snowy. You know what's happened? Well, Snowy can't find Snowy nowhere. I think he's gone. Snowy must have gone home. But they all go to the demolition site in a van, yeah. So Snowy's got to find his own way home, but they're not really bothered. Snowy's gone, so they go. Next day, no, Snowy don't turn up for work, yeah. Anyway, they go to work, same thing, chuck all the metal down one shaft, all the wood stuff down another shaft, bricks and all this down the other one, yeah. And then they go down and drag it all out at the bottom. So they're now no Snowy's turned up. What's happened to Snowy? You know, perhaps I don't know. He's met someone, had too much to drink or whatever. So as they're dragging all the metal out down the bottom, machines are pulling it all out. They find a body, yeah, and they find a headless corpse, and it's Snowy. No, they can't make out. Either Snowy was drunk and he fell down the shaft. They just can't make out what happened, yeah. And even today, that's still an open case. But yeah, how about that, mate? He fell down the shaft, and a day later, or 2 days later, where these people have been chucking metal on him still, all the girders went through his body, chopped his head off. Yeah, man, imagine that. It must be a terrible death. Fucking hell. Anyway, bang, bang, round. Nice one.